Alright, welcome to the second log of the progression of my own Dead by Daylight video game. As of the main menu, nothing much has really changed. There's nothing to see, nothing new to see at least. This guy is still not animated, and I haven't finished the back wall. I'm going to work more on this when I know that the game is ready to work. I don't want to work on cosmetics if the game isn't working, right? So basically everything here is still the same, right? You hit back, you go back, play doesn't do anything. So let's go into training. And I think there is something I want to show you on Killer real quick. We covered Killer in the last video. That is a bug, I think, of just the Unreal Engine. So Killer now throws hooks and can summon his blood mace. You might have noticed a couple things in the training room have changed, but we'll talk about them when we go to the next topic. I don't know how much of this you haven't seen, but the Killer can now dash with his weapon, and he can now perform a jump and a slam. And so his slam will be kind of this cone in front of him. And yeah. This is, I think, this Killer finished. And if we hit tab, we open up a pause menu. If you can see, everything is paused. So it's like a working pause menu. We can hit back, and then it goes back. But let's go over to Survivor. Now, Survivor is going to be in third person. As you can see, this is walking. And you can also run. And then you see press E to open the craft menu on the left-hand side. So if we press E, we open up this craft menu where our character will pull out like a tablet. For now, it's just a glowing box. And then you see gun 1, 15, gun 2, 20, and the craft button. So if we try clicking on gun 1, we're going to be told we don't have enough materials. If we try clicking on gun 2, not enough materials. And if we click craft, we have please select a weapon. So obviously, we don't have anything. We don't have any materials to build this, right? So if we press E again, we put away the crafting thingy. So we need to go and grab materials. See, on the left-hand side, we have 0 materials. Well, if we come over to these material boxes, we can hold space to loot the material. And as you can see, it goes from 10, which is each box's maximum materials, to 0. And that is going to be the sort of the objective for this game, is collecting materials. And you don't have to collect all 10 from one box. You can pause and run over to a different box if you so desire. Let's collect 35 materials so that we have enough to craft both guns. So that's gonna be the mechanic of this game, basically. Collect enough materials, craft weapons, and then the ideas for the weapon isn't that it's going to outright kill the opposition, right? We're not going to try to kill the killers, obviously. It's gonna be more of like a after X amount of damage is done, we stun the killer. So if we open up the craft menu again, let's just craft gun 1 for now. So we click gun 1, and then selected weapon gun 1, and then we click craft. And now we go through this crafting animation, and after we're done crafting, we will have a weapon. You can press E again to cancel the crafting animation in case of like a killer coming, but it will restart from the very beginning. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that, or I'm going to make it so that it keeps how much craft is left, but for now, this is what we have. So the first weapon is an AK rifle looking thing. You can aim down sights, and in fact, you can't really shoot unless you're aiming down sights. And you see your ammo in the right-hand side. And you can sprint with the weapon. This is a falling animation. I know falling animations aren't really that important, but it's good to show for a log, I guess, that you do go into a falling animation if you're You can't sprint while reloading, so that might be an issue. And you do automatically reload, but you can reload on your own manually with just just pressing R. Let's just expend all of this ammunition for now, and then show you what happens when you use up all the ammo in your gun. It completely disappears. So, what is the deal with these doors? Well, in my game, if you are, let's say, gathering materials, right? There's 7 materials here. We're gathering materials, and the killer shows up right behind us, right? And say we don't have 24 materials, right? Or we don't have time to craft. We need a way to get away from the killer and get to our teammates who actually have weapons to help us defend against the killer. That is where these doors come into play. And in terms of Dead by Daylight, this is the idea of mixing windows and pallets together. So if we just kind of walk up to the door here, we can press space to slowly open the door as usual, and then we just go through the door normally. When you go through doors, they automatically shut. So let me show that to you. So as long as I'm in the door or relatively close to it, it'll stay open. But if I leave it, it'll shut. Now you see, this is like, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. My bad. So you can slowly open doors, right? And so that would be like a slow vault through a window. And that would be like a stealthy way to just traverse through the map. Say you want to go from room to room, you just go through the door slowly. But if the killer is on your tail, you might want to sprint through the door. And so there's this kind of like a dash that you can do through the door, which will break through the door and allow you to keep sprinting through. It doesn't lock you into an animation. Now, I'm going to have it so that when you sprint through the door, there's going to be sort of a notification for the killer. So if you are sprinting through... Oop, I messed up there. If you are sprinting... I did it again. If you are sprinting through the door, there's the timing. And you're just using this to go fast, right? Like, oh, I gotta go get some materials at the beginning of the game. Good thing the killer's not on me. That would be a bad idea because you're just kind of wasting material, or you're kind of revealing where you are to the killer is what I'm trying to say. So let's open the craft menu and just quickly craft our second gun, which takes longer to craft but has a faster fire rate and more ammo, I think. So let me explain more about what I think the guns are. The guns are going to be your main way of deterring the killer from coming after you, right? So we have this sort of small automatic pistol looking gun, and the aim on wow. I just butchered that. The aiming down sights animation's kind of busted for this one. I need to make a new one for it because it has that hand up there, but this is the fire animation, and you can do that pretty fast. And you can do it about 5 times before you run out of ammunition completely. So imagine like this is the killer, and now the killer's stunned. If all of those shots were to hit, right? And so yeah, this is Survivor. Now this is the base of Survivor. This is the template, right? Survivors are going to be able to do different things, and I'm going to make incentives for playing different Survivors. But at this point in time, this is Survivor. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you are looking forward to this, tell me what you think in the comments. Hit the subscribe, smash the like, send this to every single one of your friends and your grandma as well. Tell them I said hi. Okay, I'm just stalling for time now. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to keep working on this game.